What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to the BBL. I guess I should do some explaining, because I haven't uploaded the update video, or like the video that I recorded. Through the entire month of October, literally every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was out of town. I have not had time to record, edit, do anything. So because of that, haven't had much to do. However, I'm back now, and I'm set for the rest of the summer, or for the year, and I'm set and I'm ready to focus on Sword and Shield. However, to hold me off until then, we have BBL to finish still. Some shit went down with BBL. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Didn't really care about it. Didn't really care about this match that much, and I just wanted it to be over. So because of that, it was played on Showdown. Reason why I didn't really care about it, don't really need to get into. Not that big of a deal to you guys, was more so of a big deal to me. However, we are playing Josh, Ultra Player, in the first round, and I wanted to go over the team that I'm bringing because the team that I'm bringing is a very similar team to what I brought last time. A few differences. Last time I brought Noivern in this slot and Mawile in this slot, and everything else is pretty much the exact same because last time the team worked out perfectly. Like, everything that I needed to do did work. The exact plan that I had to try to win the game worked out perfectly. So this is literally, in my opinion, it is one of the best teams that I could have brought. So let's just go ahead and hop into the team. This is how I'm going to win the game. It's how I'm going to try to win every game realistically. He doesn't have the best switch-ins to Drain Punch, Zen Headbutt, plus Poison Jab. I'm not running Low Kick because it's not really necessary. Drain Punch versus the Scizor is really important. Let's go ahead and take a look at big threats on his team. Xerneas is a threat. However, even in the first game, I thought Specs or Scarf Xerneas was the best. He either wants it to outspeed my Mega Mewtwo X, or he wants it to be able to break through everything, and then bait in my Mega Mewtwo X. I go for a move as he goes into Uxie, and then U-turns and tries to gain momentum on me that way. That's how I expected the game to go both times. So because of that, this is just an all-around good Pokemon. If it's Scarfed, he's not going to be doing as much damage to my other members. If it's Specs, I can revenge kill it super easily with Poison Jab. Drain Punch to Scizor, Greninja, Mienshao, Licky Licky, Regirock, and Mega Abomasnow does a shit ton. Zen Headbutt does a shit ton to Dragology, and then Poison Jab is there just for Xerneas, and it does a little bit of chip damage to the Uxie. I cannot touch Gligar. Last time I had a mixed Mega Mewtwo X with Ice Beam to be able to hit Gligar. However, this time I don't really think it's that big of a deal to be able to hit Gligar. I don't even think it comes, to be honest with you, because of how much coverage I had for it. However, I'm still really prepared for it. So, main win con, main cleaner. I have to bring this Pokemon again. I'm bringing pretty much the exact same set. I think I'm bringing literally the exact same set. Wish Protect, Signal Beam, Scald. This allows me to do, I think I'm running a little bit more special attack investment than before. Basically, with this investment, Scald to a sum invested Xerneas, pretty much the exact same set he had last time, does about 24%, so it's a really good chance for me to break a sub. If he's like sub Moonblast or sub Lefties to try to just get behind a sub and get off 2 free hits, I have a really good chance of breaking it. Signal Beam with the 84 special attack investment also guarantees that I do 75% or so to Greninja. If he's minus Spadef Nature, it OHKOs it. Does really good damage. And with this investment, I guaranteed take 3 Specs Dark Pulses after 1 Protect and Lefty. So I can infinitely wall Greninja and never allow it to get off its Battle Bond. If it gets off its Battle Bond, I'm fucked. It's one of the strongest Pokemon versus my team. So I physically cannot allow that thing to get its Battle Bond off against me. So that is what this thing is here for. It's also a kind of loose check to Dragology depending on his item. If he's like Specs or Dragonium, it's not as easy of a check because I can't really touch it. The way that I touch it is by Scald burning it and wearing it down quickly. So because of that, I did want to make sure I had another check to a bunch of different things, and that's going to be my Silvally Steel. So I have enough speed to outspeed the exact same speed that he ran on his Xerneas last time. If he brings the Calm Mind, Ingrain, what was it, sub Calm Mind, Ingrain, sub, something else. If it runs that exact same set, I outspeed it and I can hit it with a multi-attack. And with this, with the neutral nature and attack, I do about 70% or so, which is really, really good. With the Spadef investment, I guaranteed tank 3 Moonblasts from Choice Scarf Xerneas, meaning that if he's Specs, I will know it and I can revenge kill it with my Mega Mewtwo X very, very easily. So this investment is perfect. This is also kind of a loose check to Dragology, because if he doesn't bring Focus Blast, I pretty much hard wall that thing, and I can hit it up with an Ice Beam. One of his best checks to this Pokemon is either going to be his Regirock or his Uxie, both of which I want to Toxic. Regirock is probably going to try to come in on a Flamethrower or an Ice Beam, and I want to Toxic it. I have Ice Beam just for the Gligar. I do enough damage to Gligar no matter what because of it, and I do still have like Scald. I do still have other options on these Pokemon down here. So I wanted to run Parting Shot to be able to Parting Shot out on things like Xerneas, on a bunch of stuff to gain momentum, but I physically could not fit it on this set. I need Flamethrower to prevent SD Scizor from being a threat, because SD Scizor is extremely scary. It is very, 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 very scary, because this Pokemon is very scary because it can literally run SD, Bullet Punch, Superpower, Roost, and sweep through everything, and that's terrifying. So I need to make sure that I have enough ways of doing enough damage to it. Drain Punch 2-shots it, Scald plus Burn does enough to it, Flamethrower does like 80% to it depending on its investment. So very, very, very good check to a lot of his team, primarily the Xerneas and the Dragalge. This is also kind of a loose check to the Mega Abomasnow, but Mega Abomasnow can run Earthquake, and that can do a lot of damage to me. So next up, I have my Assault Vest Muck. So investments. 84 attack investment with Poison Jab guarantees that after poison damage, I guarantee do about 75% to Xerneas. So if he tries to substitute up and I hit him once, he will not be able to substitute up on me for free. With Poison Jab plus Poison Jab, it's like a 60% chance for me to poison things, which is amazing. The main thing that I wanted this thing for was Pursuit. I need to be able to Pursuit that Uxie. If I can Pursuit the Uxie, it is easily in range of Poison Jab from my Mega Mewtwo X later on in the game, so I have to be able to do that. Knockoff is super, super useful because he doesn't have a good knockoff switch in. His only knockoff switch in realistically is Mega Abomasnow or Regirock. Everything else hates switching into knockoff. And then Fire Punch is there just for the Scizor. And I have enough special defense investment with the Assault Vest to be able to take 4 Moonblasts. 3 Moonblasts if rocks are not up. Maybe 3 Moonblasts if rocks are up. 4 if rocks are not. I don't remember. I can take a lot of hits, so that's really, really good for me. Plus with Wish support, it's even better. So 3 very Spadef mons. I need to have some sort of physical backbone to be able to deal with Mienshao plus Scizor, and this is going to be that Pokemon. Roost, Stealth Rock, Ice Fang, Fire Fang. Very, 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 very simple. So this has 2 main goals. To switch in on the Gligar and the Scizor and do a lot of damage to both of them. And whatever comes in doesn't really want to take either one of these moves, and if it does want to take either one of them, it is easily revenge killed by something. For example, Xerneas does not want to switch. It can switch in on both Fire Fang and Ice Fang, but if it does it repeatedly, I can get a Freeze, I can get a Burn, or I can go right into my Mewtwo and I can revenge kill it, or I can go into my Silvally or my Muck. So that was basically the idea behind this. Everything that wanted to switch in on like an Earthquake didn't want to switch in on Fire Fang or Ice Fang, so I could get up rocks for free, and this takes 2 Life Orb type jump kicks from Mienshao after Stealth Rocks easily, meaning I can Roost up. So the last Pokemon on the team is probably one of the most powerful versus my opponent, and I specifically didn't bring it the first time around because I think it's so powerful. Roost 3 attacks Expert Belt Vikavolt. He does not have a switch into this. His switch-ins to Thunderbolt get completely bopped by HP Ice. His switches to HP Ice being Uxie get absolutely bopped by Bug Buzz. And if he brings Licky Licky does not want to take repeated Thunderbolts, and it's just easy kill bait for my Mewtwo, which forces in Uxie. Uxie gets weakened, etc. You know the drill. Second I weaken Uxie, his entire team is extremely weak to it. So this Pokemon right here is going to be the breaker. It forces in something, it gets a kill every single time. The only thing that kind of sort of switches in on this thing is the Dragalge. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the team. I'm sorry, the battle. I'm going to keep the team builder picture up because I do not want you guys to see the chat in case I like pause things. I don't know. As you can, hold on one second. I will switch sides as soon as we start, but as you can see, he did not bring a few things. He did not bring Mian Shao, which is really important. He did not bring Gligar, which is even more important, and he did not bring the Mega Abomasnow. Those are the three big things that I was kind of sort of worried about. And because of that, I feel as though I have a really, really, really good matchup with this. He has one check to my dual stab plus poison jab from my Mega Mewtwo X, and that's that Uxie. If I Pursuit Trap it, if I Ice Fang it repeatedly, or Fire Fang it repeatedly, if I Toxic it, if I Bug anything, my Mewtwo literally just wins this game. So let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll do this. So he's going to lead off with his Red Rock as I lead off with Gliscor. Realistically, I need to get my rocks as soon as possible in this game. So we're just going to trade rocks here first, and at this point, I know for a fact that this Red Rock can't do anything to me, so I'm like, why not try to get a burn on it with Fire Fang or a flinch, or try to just whittle it down, scout out its item, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that with Fire Fang. He goes for Ice Punch, and it does 61% to me. That's a little worrisome, so I'm not even going to try to roost up on it because I don't want him to freeze me. I can still roost up on the Uxie, I can roost up on the Dragalge, I can even roost up on the Scizor if I need to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch into my Vaporeon, expecting the Ice Punch to come out again. But he's going to go into his Greninja. This is the best possible play for me, best possible scenario, because this is my check to Greninja anyway, so I don't, like, I lost literally nothing. So here, what I'm going to do is, because I'm expecting him to go into his Dragalge here, I don't want to click Signal Beam, because Signal Beam gains me nothing. If he goes into Regirock, expecting the Signal Beam. If he goes into Scizor, expecting the Signal Beam. If he goes into Dragalge, I want to be able to get the burn on something, or I want to be able to get really, really, really good chip damage off on something. So because of that, I think that my best play here is clicking Scald. If he's like Assault Vest, if he's some sort of item that can be kind of scary, I need to chip him down a little bit more for Signal Beam to kill him. So he's going to go for the Workup, and immediately I got a little scared because Workup into like Z Dark Pulse. I mean, you can't run Z because this is the Noober. Just Workup in general plus like Life Orb is really scary. So I'm glad that I got the Scald Burn off, the Scald damage plus the Scald Burn off, because now he's in range of Signal Beam. And he's not going to be around forever, which is perfect. So right here, he's going to go for a second Workup as I go for the Signal Beam, and I just knock him out. So he was actually Weakness Policy, which meant that if I clicked Signal Beam the first time, and he was at +3, he was also Night Slash, so he was physical, so I would have just lost my Vaporeon. And my Vaporeon, if you look at his team, nothing on his team beats my Vaporeon. At all. My Vaporeon can literally sit here the entire game and Scald kill everything to death. So Vaporeon has a phenomenal matchup as of right now, and I'm really glad that I didn't click Signal Beam first to try to get off damage, because Weakness Policy definitely would have screwed me over. So right here he's going to go into his Dragalge, and realistically I need the Scald Burn off on this thing, but I also just kind of sort of want to scout out his moves. So I'm just going to click Protect first. Protect does a few things. It does, it allows me to see if he's Z-move, like if he's Dragonium Z with like Outrage maybe, he might try to OHKO me with that. I would live it easily, and then I could just Wish Up and be fine. So I do click Protect. And then he clicks Dragon Pulse. He does 33 as I click Scald. I do get the Scald Burn, luckily. And now, as you're going to see, I'm going to go for Protect. Go for Dragon Pulse again. Get off a little bit more chip damage with Burn. This is all to make sure that he's in range of Zen Headbutt, even through a Pyapa Berry. I think it's Pyapa. But he's going to go for the Thunderbolt, and it does 30 as I go for Wish. Now, I know I can live another Thunderbolt. Crit, I believe I can also live guaranteed. So here I'm going to go for the Protect. And I'm just going to get it to full. Didn't want to risk anything. But he's going to go for the Thunderbolt this time, and it does 42%. So that tells me a couple things. He's either really lucky with rolls and he got a low roll and a super high roll, or he's Metronome. And Metronome is the first thing I thought of. So I'm really glad that I figured this out early before this thing got rolling. I'm going to fire off a Scald here, get off a little bit more chip damage, a little bit more burn. I'm going to go for the Protect one more time. He's going to go for the Thunderbolt, get another round of leftovers, another round of burn. And now I've successfully gotten off 75% on this Dragalge with just my Vaporeon. This thing was the only other, like, kind of sort of problematic Pokemon for my Silvally Steel. If you look at Silvally Steel right now, it has a phenomenal matchup. If you look at my my Mega Mewtwo X has a phenomenal matchup. So very, 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 very easy. Right here, I'm going to switch out and I'm going to go into my Gliscor as he goes into his Regirock. I did this because I expect him to click Thunderbolt again. I'm going to go for Fire Fang as he goes for Stone Edge, and he gets a crit, does 46%, which is really disappointing. Here I'm going to go for the Roost as he goes for the Explosion. Oh no, he went for Ice Punch, my bad. Huh. Spoilers. So I'm going to go for the Roost here, and now he's going to go for the Explosion, right? Yes. And it does 50% to me, and he killed one of his own Pokemon, which means that's one less kill for Mega Mewtwo X, which is really disappointing. So right here he's going to go into a Xerneas, and there's a few things. If he's sub, I want to make sure that I weaken the sub for my Vaporeon to kill later, for my Silvally Steel to be able to kill with like Flamethrower or Ice Beam. If he's like Calm Mind, I want to be able to get some chip damage off. So like there's a bunch of things, whereas I cannot just switch out. I cannot let him have a free turn. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Fire Fang as he just goes for the Moonblast, and he outspeeds me and kills me. And here I'm going to go into my Muck. Now, I could have done a bunch of things. I could have clicked Pursuit, expecting him to switch out. I could have clicked Poison Jab. I could have clicked Knockoff. Any one of those moves are really good. However, I wanted to get damage off on this, and his switch into Poison Jab right now does not exist. If he goes into his Scizor, I click Fire Punch after, and I'm fine. If he goes into his Dragalge, I outspeed Dragalge because of my speed investment. I have 4 speed investment, so he'd have to be really, really speedy. And then I can click Knockoff after that. In fact, because he's at 25%, Rocks plus Poison Jab, I believe, kill. And if he goes into Uxie, I get off the poison damage that I need to anyway. So Poison Jab right here is overall my safest play. And I get off a solid 60% plus the poison, and this is just looking to be very, very bad for him, because now he's about to lose his single revenge killer to my Mega Mewtwo X, and he has this, which can't really do a whole lot. This dies, and this is 2 shots, so I just have to be really careful about what I do. Here he's going to go into his Uxie, and he's going to go for the Knockoff to get rid of my Assault Vest, and I believe here I go for the Knockoff as well, get rid of his Rocky Helmet. And now, I'm going to go into my Vikavolt. Because here's my thought process. I kill this thing with Bug Buzz. I kill the Dragalge with Thunderbolt and or Bug Buzz. And this thing cannot take 2 Thunderbolts if it switches in. So he either has to sack this and lose to Mega Mewtwo X, or he goes into one of his other 2 Pokemon, keeping this around, which then will die to Mega Mewtwo X after Poison Jab. So right now, I think clicking Thunderbolt is just my overall safest play to prevent the regular Scizor from coming in for free. He's going to go for the Memento, which is another Pokemon of his that died on his own terms instead of to my Mega Mewtwo X, so he's very selfish. God damn it, Josh, you're so selfish. And here he goes into his Scizor, and here I thought I lost. 100% I thought I lost, and I'm really sad, because I'm at -2. Thunderbolt does not do enough. If he's SD Roost plus Z move, I lose this game because he will outspeed my Vaporeon, kill me with Bug Bite. This, if he sets up to +4, kills me with Bullet Punch. This dies to Superpower. Or if he's Z move, he can save his Z move for this and kill me. So really, really scary. There's a few scenarios though. 1, I attack him and he's not fast, and he's definitely not faster than my Silvally, because as you can see, my Silvally hits 140 speed. The fastest that his Scizor can be is 128, I believe. And right, 128, yeah. So I can definitely outspeed him, hit him with a Flamethrower. So if I click Thunderbolt here, it's fine. However, if I click Thunderbolt and he SDs up and then Roosts, I'm not fine, because I will never be able to get this thing in and have it weak enough to where Flamethrower kills him. So I need to be able to go into my Silvally first, and as he clicks SD here, which he will do, and I need to click Flamethrower and I need to get off damage on it, hope it kills. If it doesn't, knowing that he's stuck at +2 and he can't set up anymore, go into my Mega Mewtwo X, which I know lives a hit. That's the only option here. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower, and it does 84%. As he goes for the Z move, he Z Iron Head, Corkscrew Crash, and he crit kills me. That crit did matter. He did 96% maximum with the crit. Actually, we can pull it up real quick. I think I still have the sets on here. because I was very, very, very curious. This is max attack adamant with as you can see +2. Actually, I don't even know how he got that roll. Yeah, let me do this. I don't know how he got that roll. That's +2 adamant scissor with technician Z Ironhead. Unless he was like, I truthfully don't understand how he got that roll. Like that's like I don't understand it. It's super weird. But he gets the crit and he kills my Silvally. Now I know that my Mewtwo X does live a hit, but if he crits me again, I lose the game entirely and I'm out of playoffs. And that's immediately where my mind went, and I was super sad. So I go into my Mega Mewtwo. He goes for Bullet Punch, and he does not kill me. I click Drain Punch, and I kill this thing. And if he had gotten the crit on me again, that would have been super depressing to lose to a double crit like that. But he's going to go into his Dragalge, and I could have clicked pretty much anything else and it would have been fine. But I clicked Zen Headbutt because I didn't want to lose differential and I didn't want this thing to die, and I wanted my Mega Mewtwo X to get more kills. So we're going to win 3-0. First round of playoffs. We're going to the second round of playoffs, which is amazing. We're playing up against the Flying Bird and his something Whalmers. Can't remember. We're playing against him. Never played him before. Phenomenal battler. But yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.